Welcome back, guys, to game number 2 in this lower bracket match between StriKE and Ranger. This time gonna be on Eternal Empire. On the top right, we are gonna have that blue Terran Press Twist, aka Thailand's StriKE. And on his opponent on that bottom left, it is gonna be Malaysia's own Kun, aka Ranger. So yet again, guys, if you still haven't been able to keep up with the SEA Games replays, they're all in a playlist on the channel itself. And at the same time, these accounts having their names instead of basically their aliases due to the fact as SEA Games went for a more, it's Olympics, man. It's the Olympics. You gotta go for those names. I don't really agree with that decision, but it is a good way to potentially standardize things on up. Still though, Malaysia versus Thailand, red hand side, gonna be litting in with the peninsula. Thailand in the meantime, let's see if we can get a parade going and can StriKE get a second game advantage in this scenario. So that first game ended with all the bunkers instead of barracks, man. I checked it out really quickly. And they both start with a B, so you'd think, and they have infantry too. You'd think. But no, the bunker barrage creeping on in, the proxy marauder as well, getting work done. And in the meantime, already, we do see Ranger going for an early second base within by the 1 minute 20 mark. Straight into the Nexus we go. An orbital command here and now for our Terran player instead. The last time we did see Ranger go for that Nexus first, basically after the gateway, he was punished due to the fact he wasn't ready with that proxy barracks waiting at the wings. But this time, we will see StriKE respond in kind, and we are going to be more into a standard game. 2 minutes in, we'll have two bases, basically, for both of our players. And for now, Prastwit sending back those SCVs. It's time to get to work. We do see the Reaper now flying on in. And honestly, when you're on against Terran rather, and you don't see that starting Reaper, you already should be feeling that something is amiss. Something has to be wrong. And speaking of that Reaper right now, Prastwit playing a little paranoid here, looking around just to make sure that he won't be suffering the same fate that befell his opponents in the previous game. Anyway, we will be playing more defensive here for StriKE. He's like, okay, I played all aggressive a while ago, so potentially we might see a Ranger doing the exact same thing. So I have to play a little more cautiously. I need to make sure that I am safe for any kind of proxy play or early aggression. But it does seem like Ranger is sticking with his game. Gonna be playing on that 2 base. Warp Gate Research coming online as well as that Adept and the Twilight Council. So early tech here and now, still in this patch though. It isn't gonna be the Glaives getting the upgrade for attack speed. It only works as soon as you pop the Psionic Transfer and get to the other side. So I'm glad they put that change back. It wasn't really the best in this tournament. But anyway, here we go yet again with the Shade coming to the other side. Good spot though by the bunker. And the Adept will get stuck on the opposite end. Widow Mine being built here and now. This lone SCV trying to run away. But Ranger looking to give chase. Oh, into the bunker we go. And now it's time for the 3 Marines to look for the punch play as well. Supply depots though still are on up. Teleporting to the other side. SCV cosplaying, pretending to be a Marine, but the Adept gonna be able to get away pretty much scot-free. And the Reaper right now, did he get much vision in this scenario? Seems like it's not the case, only spotting out that natural anyway. So we are going to be more into a macro focus game here on Eternal Empire, and a thing to note in this PvT, it really is a map where there are some really good angles for siege tanks to play on. Drops are quite effective as well if you are able to get into that natural or potentially into that third. It all depends on that movement. And now the Reaper gonna be getting into that middle line. We do see Stalker being warped on and exposing the Warp Gate Research, pretty much expected by this marker. And that's actually a good tell here. That's StriKE is able to reach that Twilight Council. He sees it shining, so he knows an upgrade is coming his way. Usually, you'd expect either the Blink Stalker or the Charge Lot, especially now, Blink Stalker being a little more popular due to the fact it allows you so much utility, and Charge Lot not giving you that impact damage anymore. Anyway though, Medivac now going to be flying onto the other side. We are going to be seeing it with 3 Widow Mines along the way. Going to be making their way downtown to that main middle line of the Protoss. In the meantime though, Hallucinated Phoenix, always a good thing to see. Get some more intel on, fastest units out flying on around in the air. And now the bunker putting in some work as well. But in the meantime, starports as well as factory playing the old switcheroo. And we are going to be seeing Presage return it into a bio-based composition. We have the Tech Lab, we have the Reactor, and on that previous game, we saw him keep the pressure on with the bio into play. Will it be the same case in this scenario? The Marine right now spotting out that third Nexus coming online and into an immediate Robo Bay we go. But mines are dropped into that middle line. Whirls the lock on 7 kills already. Make that 12 firework fiesta here and now. Happy New Year, says the Protoss. And as soon as the Stalkers warp on in, we do see the Mevac trying to get on away. Blink Stalker though, not enough. Oh my god, this is so close here for StriKE. Ranger edging. One last shot might be enough. It all depends though on the upgrades. I believe that the phase disruptors do a little more damage against the armored, and that should be enough to get that takedown. One hit wonder. We'll see though what's the conclusion of this will be, as Ranger right now knows that medevac is gonna be so tasty. In the meantime, disruptors apparently here in for our Protoss player, as the medevac is still chilling, flying over the Rancor pits, watching the Flora evolve into something else. What is it gonna be? That's gonna be the real question. As in the meantime, 2 base scenario here for our Terran, 3 base for Protoss, looking to start things off. But overall, still pretty even. No saturation yet here for Ranger. StriKE in the meantime, keeping Mules up to be ahead in that production. And interesting enough, we are going to get some movement speed upgrades here and now for our Robo Bay. Still though, Warp Prism of course going to be already a fast unit, going to get even faster in this scenario. Colossus up as well, so interesting. He goes for 1 disruptor, and oh, it's going to be a drop disruptor here and now. Haven't seen this in a while from Ranger, but basically you get the Nova, you get on out, allows you to wait out the cooldown and get the damage done more or less safely with this one. And I like this even better, the range, as ooh, StriKE gets on now, the patrol on that Stalker. Not gonna see the medevac there, but as I was saying, the Colossus a lot safer in these big ball movements, since you want to have like more sustained DPS over 1 big burst in the first place. I believe the Observer does get caught in that scenario. Did the Warp Prism get much done? Seems like it's not the case. In the meantime though, +1 coming online here for our Bio Army. And this is gonna be a good timing attack here as soon as it's done. Here comes the Stimpak, and they're looking for the punish play. +1 not online yet here for Ranger. And you realize the DPS is a little too much to handle. Gonna be backing on out. Nova though from behind, and oh, that's the biggest hit I have ever seen in the entire history of the SEA Games. What a shot there from Ranger, getting so much done. A big burst. Still though, we have some numbers there. The medevac getting enough of that save, but what an impressive shot there from Ranger, saving the day with the big ball of fury. And right now, of course, third base being hampered. That probe trying his best to build that Nexus, not gonna happen. Observer, oh, gets caught in blast radius. I'm still freaking out, man. Freaking out on the beauty that was that shot. What a show there. Anyway though, we are going to be seeing more or less Stalkers here and now for our Protoss player. In the meantime, no the mines in behind yet again. Look at the lock on, gets the hits onto 2. But at this point in time, sure, it's a little annoying, but it's not the biggest. Oh, was that 6 actually? Was that 6? Was that all of them bunched up, or was it from the previous engagements? Still though, in behind, not even. When in doubt, just go for Dark Shrine. Dark Shrine, a pretty effective way to get some good assassinations on. But I feel like StriKE is already on it. He has had a good position with some of the missile turrets here and now, fending off those Warp Prisms. All he needs to do is get a little bit of that scout yet again, and then he should be able to build missile turrets in behind instead. And we know engagement here in the middle line. The Stalker army trying to back on out. Sentry sacrificing his life for the greater good, and the Blink Stalkers using teleportation to get on away. Can they blink past this wall? Seems like it's not the case as of yet. No vision whatsoever. Still, oh, the medevac might get sniped here. Time to blink on away. Stimpak giving the movement speed on. And here comes the brawl. Blink still on cooldown. And Ranger might get caught here. Comes the shots. Getting damage done. And Marauders, such cost-effective units. Here we go with the chase down. Will lead to enough takedowns. Seems like it's not the case. And Ranger, so cheeky. Gets another good hit. Stalker does fall though. And now the Colossus waiting. It's like big brother, little brother. So many little brothers though. Maybe it's Snow Whites and the 7 Dwarves instead. as a Disruptor. Already got a huge hit a while ago. We'll see if his successor can do the same. As here come the Widow Mines, looking to get in position. I believe they don't have Driven Claws as of yet. And oh, the Lance looking so scary on that Colossus. Here we go, the Widow Blink on in. Oh, that's a big hit. Every single time in the back dies with enough load inside. The cargo cannot be brought back. An interesting tech here for StriKE. He is going to be looking to deal with those Colossi the way he knows how. Into Vikings, we go +1 on ship weaponry as well. They get more DPS up in the air. Infantry +2 though might be the big game changer. Nova just obliterates the poor infantry, turning them into chunks. And honestly, if you want to see the inside of a Marine and a Marauder's armor, just as a Disruptor, and will gladly show you for a price. That price gonna be your life. Anyway though, so on game number 2 here, Eternal Empire really showing that both of these guys coming as close as can be. In the meantime though, upgrades right now, you see the full bio package for our Terran player. In the meantime, RoboBay really is the focus point here and now for Ranger. Still though, charge slot's gonna be so good, as well as tanking into the front. And using that Silnaga Tower, I would love them to actually leave one unit here on the other side, maybe potentially allow Blink forwards and backs through the walls, because the stimp back's so annoying, and this Disruptor might get caught! Ranger sees it coming. Here we go with the Nova though, but it ain't gonna pop because the Disruptor gets popped first! Oh, the Disruptor yet again! The Novas right now, absolutely beautiful! And that was 10 kills, I believe, on that one Disruptor, getting enough damage done yet again. Disruptor is honestly a beautiful sight to behold when they work, and the saddest thing to see when they don't. That's why the Colossus a lot more safe in this regard, but Ranger is feeling very confident with his micro. He's not even going for high temp, he really decides to go Disruptor. So many ways for the Protoss to deal with it, to deal with AoE, to deal with small units. It really depends on how comfortable you can be. And it is a high risk, high rewards scenario here and now. If the Nova doesn't pop properly, oh, still no damage being done. And in the meantime, I believe that was a few units of his own going down there. The Colossus should be gone. Anyway, do or die here and now for StriKE. Because here comes Ranger coming closer and closer. Still though, we do have StriKE trying to build as much army as he can. Stem back to get away from the Nova. The Rocks taking the brunt of that one. But this is a good timing here for our Protoss player, because Charge is online. All he needs now is a Warp Prism, and oh, we are going to get high temp in this scenario. Archon's going to be so useful in the front line as well. And now this is the SCV trying to build a wall, but seems like the first brick, 5 boarding brick going down already. Nova yet again onto the Vikings. Will get that takedown, no servers whatsoever. +3 coming online here for our infantry, but the Novas yet again getting some damage done. But now it's time for the infantry look toward the punish. Impact on in yet again. The Stalkers trying to get some DPS on, but the Marauders are a little too much. The Disruptors are left behind. And StriKE, the perfect push-pull scenario in that scenario. We were saying it's time to do or die, and he's looking to kill his opponent because the Disruptor will get caught yet again. And this is just gonna be a pain train coming closer and closer. Viking going on down to help with the ground. Stalkers looking for a target. Marauders though still in position. Here comes the Disruptor. Nova too early, too late rather, to try and get the hit. And one more Disruptor might be wasted here. Here comes the Nova right now, cleans up that Viking. And just still hard trying to protect that Disruptor. Not gonna happen. Oh, the Purifiers are not gonna be happy about this one. This is Ranger on the ropes in this scenario. Half of the army. He was looking good a while ago. Sure, StriKE had a small advantage, but in terms of quality, all he needed were Novas to connect. Now the Marauders feeling tanky enough to take that one. Still, stuff go down in behind. And the Marauders yet again pushing forward one more time. It might be a scenario where Ranger... Oh no, not into his own Stalker. Ranger, he already got that charge on a while ago, but he's not warping any of those Zealots in. Finally gonna go for one in this scenario. Here we go, though. The Marauders having enough of that. Stalkers in behind, looking to snipe those medevacks, but it hasn't happened as of yet. An Eternal Empire looking to tumble on down against the Protoss. Seems like StriKE having his number yet again with that Fireball. And now it's time for this third base to go down. StriKE looking so strong in the scenario. Ranger in the meantime has to head for the hills and potentially run on back. Still a Disruptor going for that hit. Does get 2 kills. Viking and Marauder both go down. But anyway, still more Stalkers in this scenario. Now, oh, GG's called as the DT tried to come on up. There was the pull, but it just wasn't enough. And now Ranger With the 2-0 advantage, one more win, he moves on to the next round. We'll find out in game number 3.